Well, we are back, and this is my break from the session of illustration and doing some stuff. And this is literally where we left off. I literally just rejoined the world again, and yeah. Last episode, the microphone was turned off. Well, it was me. Well, in the software, it was turned off. Physically, I was still talking to no one. Truly, I am alone in this vast world. Anyway, last time we had a suggestion for a great wall. I'll get round to that at some point. I was very insistent to build a great wall, so... I mean, technically, it's a wall, it's great. So, last episode we did this, a bit of weight, well I say bottom weight, to the castle's superstructure, shall we call it. So it's a bit more layered. It's not so flat. Unfortunately, I never lined this up correctly with the building, so it is a bit awkward. And then we built this section here. So we came out here, placed a few hundred blocks. And I suppose we could get working on this part of the wall. I mean, it's a wall. And it'd be great. So there's your great wall. That's today's episode's plan. So, we've got to connect up to these two towers, tower bases here. These will go up. And this connects to that bit, so yeah. Whee! But there we go. Right, and let me voice over the bit I probably showed you last week. So, while I've got time, and I'm actually talking for once, and not having a muted microphone, like an idiot. So, this comes down here. You have this section comes through into the factory area, the new area, wherever it's going to be here, the big rooms, wherever they're going to be, so it links up at least. This also comes down into this area, which brings you down into the lower part of the castle, which then comes down all the towers and such, but you've already seen this if you watched the previous episode. But you have a good idea. This room section of buildings, there's going to be a bridge here at some point to that section. When I need to build around that way, then I can build the bridge over and then I can reconnect all this. So yeah, we're sort of leaving this on a standstill at the moment until we get that side more or less done, but we have built up this part there, so she's going in the background. Yippee! And this section here, we've got a cutout here who leads us this way, which we can breach that way. We've got this corridor, which is meant to go this way, which will lead to something, depending on how I connect it all up again. Bit mazy. They're on this level, which is why it gets confusing. So, don't know why I've got two staircases. I've got two staircases, so either we're gonna wall off here and say this goes here, and this is disconnected that way. One way or the other, we're gonna figure it out, and that leads back up to the top floor here. So, let's get working on the Great Wall, because, you know, I've been begged to do it. And I do mean literally begged. So, I might continue ribbing here, so that's going to be a 3-block gap. I mean, I can probably just map it out while I'm here, so I don't forget about it. I mean, I probably won't forget about it, but I'll probably go, what's I'm going to do something here, and go, oh crap, yeah, so let's do this at least, to remember to take it all the way up. It also means I get to shore up some of the outside bits. To improve the look of the castle at least. Because we can dust off some of the other sods, because I mean, depending on how it sits, you want the weight of the castle to look like it's being held up by a strong foundation. That's going to be a weird thing to get across, but I'll probably figure it out. 1, 2, 3, so 1. We'll probably use that as the building point, then it comes around here, and then it's back to this. Aha! A lovely bit of measuring with the mind to completely create a nice gap. 1, 2, 3, so it's here. We'll fill this in here, so it's correct. 1, 2, 3. And it's here, which is then the walls issue. So, honestly, I'm probably gonna do that. And then figure the fuck where I'm gonna get these guys coming out of. I mean, can they get to this bit? They probably could. So if we're just going to cheat a bit and say, let's say they can step off here, we give them a crate and tell them they can do this here, and then we'll construction rival. That's probably a bit too aggressive. We still want to be able to climb down, so we say we want all of this area more or less massed, mined out. Like so. That's a large section. I don't think it... Right, we have to rebuild that section, but that is not horrendous. And we just say these 11 stooges get working on that. Yeah, I can read. Oh crap, just flicked off the muffler. Oh, sorry guys. just twatted the microphone muffler. Didn't mean to sit loud then, but I did. Alright. Now that's this sorted. We've got a mountain to quickly get off before I start digging us out. We should hopefully be able to get to this section. Now it's time to work on the wall of the Great Wall part of the Great Wall. Do we probably want to build... Oh, do we want to start building this section here? So, does this start the Great Wall? And we say we go like in a few blocks and out a few blocks again. Because since I need to start building some bit of detail pre-hand, I keep saying pre-hand, no, beforehand, that's the word. Pre-hand's not a word, I'm making up words. But before I actually start creating the height of the structure, because it's going to start being an issue when I'm trying to look at it and go, oh no, it's too flat. So that's 1, 2, 3. So 3 out, 4 in. So then it's 3 out. Ooh. 4 in. Let's go do 4 in. I'm not saying foreign as in a different country, I'm saying 4 in as in the 4 blocks in. Because I just realised how Dublin, not Dublin, is it Dublin Tundra? It could be Dublin Tundra, I don't know, I'm dyslexic as fuck at times, so your guess is probably more correct than mine is. And we have now made a fucking well, right. What am I doing? My brain's going dumb. I'm swearing like hell. Anyway, I'm enjoying my break from my illustration. Because I've been fucking around with trying to make a sky. Yeah. I mean, I could probably just screenshot and nick. No, James, you're not going to nick that. Alright, it's foreign. That's foreign. And... that's free. I think we're just gonna casually leave this like that. So we come up here and that's like wall. It's like that height. have to build a tower first, or at least get it up to that height. I might have to start raising the tower's height. At least this wall of it, so I can I can't say the word difference them. Differentiate. I can't even say. You know when you know a word and you can't say it, like you know you can physically hear the word but you can't replicate it in your head. I'm having one of those moments. If I hear the word, I probably can repeat it as soon as I hear it, but I can't remember how to pronounce it. Oh, fuck me in English. I kind of misspeak my own language sometimes. I have my moments. I'll Google this in a moment, just out of sheer spite. Basically, tell the difference. There's a word with difference, and it ends in like 8. So there's a mix of those two words, 8 and difference. Oh, sorry, difference and 8. So, unless I'm making up another word in my head, which is potentially likely, I do sometimes dream up words and go, yeah, they're real. They have to be real. I've heard them before, I think. So unless I'm having one of my mad moments, I can't speak a word. Right. I know this wall's not particularly long, but it is a great wall. Right, and that's a floor. We're adding windows at this point. I'm probably going to infill this section with brick, so I don't have to deal with too much shenanigans. So it's just going to be a bit of grunt work until then. Give me a second, I'm just going to quickly... borrow that for a reference image later for my illustration. I'm trying to make a sky, and I'm having a little bit of, well, issues of overcomplicating a simple thing. So remember not to lose my clipboard, I should be alright. That ice machine's getting really fucking noisy. I've emptied a bit of ice for my Vimto. I've upgraded from water. So just a pint of ice water, I've got myself about probably half a pint of Vimto. The Vimto makes me feel even more thirsty sometimes, I will admit. It's hard. Okay, right. The question is, do I run out of bricks before I get the actual heighting? Because I'm down to 3,000 and the good old, what are they called? Masons? Are they called masons in this? I know that you call them masons traditionally. Yeah, masons. Stonemasons. The poor stonemasons would be like working, I mean, there's about like 20 of them, so they should not really be struggling. I mean, they've got more stonemasons than anything else, I think. Might have more farmers, to be fair, in general, but in one room alone, there's like 20 stonemasons, so they will work. Can't believe I can't get up to that height of mountain. I don't want to haul out the mountain too much because that's going to take freaking forever and I've got too much room that I know what to do with. But I do want to have a nice, sturdy looking, it doesn't have to be physically sturdy, it could be the most jank thing if you had to include physics. But at least I want to make it look like I've been competent with it. quickly get this up and then we have a quick glance at it from distance and see how it looks. If I can get down safely. I mean, I could probably hop this way when I get up to here and it won't be too bad of a fall. This is definitely going to be a big stone intake for filling this in. I mean, it's big. God, the boys get to do some stonework. I mean, they're sitting still forever. I should have let them stockpile this infinitely, but I didn't want, well, that might, let's do it anyway. Because we got no people to take the job, so let's quickly put down a stone and tell them. You know what, fucking go hog wild. I don't care. But then put that on 2. But yeah, put that on 1. So if you've got nothing else to do, they will build. Hopefully that hasn't fucked up anything serious, but hopefully everything else would work and they would just make stone infinitely. So that means in my downtime I should be building up a nice stone stockpile, since it is my main foundation block. Then I have to remember to turn them off when I'm not needing 10 billion bits of stone brick. Oh well, I guess it's no harm. I'll just use this as infill if I had to. I mean, it must be nice and sturdy. This definitely feels a bit less flimsy than making that. That was more shenanigans-wise, a little bit more dodgy in that sense, because we were just on 1 block wide. What we'll call it a plinth is a... It's a sort of wall you look at and go, yeah, a stiff breeze will knock that over. A stiff breeze. What makes a breeze stiff is a good question. But it is a saying. Or is it a term of phrase, should we say? It's one of them. Who cares? And we have created a lovely foundation to our great wall. I'm calling it the Great Wall because really the rest of it's going to be more fortressy. This is the only bit that's going to be wally. Not like the character, but I'm not really being good at describing verbally what I'm doing, but essentially that bit's more rounded. So that's more like a fortress or a keep, or it's going to be a curved wall. This is more a straight line wall connection, so it's generally more like a great wall. It's more like, it's going to be more singular as a wall. And potentially I could have it cut off part way up, so potentially let's say this height or one below, I cut it off and then I went up behind it, which is tempting. Yeah, probably just right. We've got another probably a few hundred more blocks to place down to get up to this height. Let's have a quick check on our construction boys, because I am curious how far they got. They've got far enough along. They've gone far enough. I mean, I could probably relocate them, do this bit out here to a point, and then I'm already creating massive gaps in the mountain with this construction, but can't be arsed dealing with all this mountain like that, so we'll make a shortcut there and do it properly here. Also a bit more snow, if I want to use snow for something. I mean, how much do I've got in stockpile? Yeah, it goes nothing. You know nothing, Jon Snow. You female orgasm. confused. Alright. What am I doing? I'm doing this again. Yes, don't lose my mind what am I doing. Probably put a good few thousand blocks into this section alone, so at least it's that. So I think we shall call this a episode, and then I'll end episode and record again. So you get 2 episodes this week. Depends how I schedule them. I can schedule them really long, but I won't be that mean. I'll carry on because it's about 11 now, so another like 20 minutes or so, and then I'll have dinner at 12-ish, depending on what I carry on. But a nice hour break from my illustrations. I'll get back in cranking in the hours on it. So yeah, do like and subscribe. Check out the rest of the series. There is a playlist of all the Call of Survival videos from this series. There's probably some more, I think, on the channel anyway, so you can probably have a quick look in the video history. It's getting quite long now, to be fair. There is about 600 and odd, so I was thinking, well, I think it's about 700 almost now, so we are getting quite a scary amount of videos on this channel, so yeah, do like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out some of the other content. I can't promise it'll be as entertaining as this was, if you found this entertaining, or it could be more entertaining, depending on your point of view. I mean, it still requires me to be in part of it, and my headphones is turned off. Lovely, right. Basically, the headset has a volume thing, so that the audio is a bit too quiet. It will just randomly cut off. I mean, I don't really need the sound because I'm only going to hear myself placing blocks, so it might give you my sanity a bit of a check. Anyway, like, subscribe, Discord's in the description if I haven't said already. And other than that, have a lovely day. Goodbye.